everyone, welcome. Today I am going to be finally reviewing the very viral TirTir foundation. I don't think there has ever been a product that my viewers have requested me to review more than this one. One of the reasons for the delay in filming this video was that I originally ordered the foundation in a shade that was far too light for me. This is 21N Ivory. I believe I saw another content creator who looked to have a similar skin tone as I do, and I just ordered what she had ordered, and it just turned out to be way too light. As I think many of us know, when you try a foundation for the first time and it's not the right color, especially if it's too light, it can throw everything off. So not only did I want to have a better shade, although I'm not sure yet, I haven't tried the new shade that I purchased, which is 25N. I don't know how this is going to look on me. This is going to be my very first time trying it on camera. If it ends up being too dark, I can always, blend it down my neck and chest, maybe mix it in with a little bit of this one. But I also wanted to do a little bit more research on how people were applying this. So let me zoom you in. Now, for anyone that might be new to my channel, I am 51 years old and I do have oily skin. That was also one of my concerns about trying this foundation and reviewing it, because I don't really love to review products that I know are not meant for my skin type. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on that. So what I'm going to do today is apply an oil controlling primer to half of my face, just half, but apply the foundation to the entirety of my face. And then as we go throughout the day, we'll see if one held up better than the other as far as making me shiny. And if you're wondering why I didn't wear the first shade I bought, the Ivory, for the entire day, that's because it was just way too light and I honestly didn't like the way it looked on my skin. But as I said, I have been watching other content creators apply this foundation, and I think I know a better way to apply it now. I really think I just applied too much last time, so I had to wipe it off that day and put on something else. So there was no wear test, but today there will be. Okay, so the right side of my face has the mattifying primer on it. As you saw, I took it to right down the middle, this half of my face primed. I think I mentioned this already, but the new shade I purchased is 25N and it's called Mocha. So these names really throw me off. I only purchased Ivory because I saw another content creator who looked similar to my coloring use this, but Ivory is typically a very light color. And when I'm purchasing foundations, I normally buy beige, light beige, neutral beige, nothing Ivory. Mocha is never one that I purchase. Mocha is typically a much darker shade than my skin tone. What I have seen other content creators do is put their finger in the little pad, gently push down on the product, and then pat it onto this plastic portion of the compact. And now I'm going to press it onto my skin. We're already doing miles better than I did with the original one I purchased. So this color is a little dark. It's a little yellow. All right, I may have used not enough that first time. So there is a learning curve to this foundation, definitely. I mean, for those of you that don't know, I was a makeup artist for more than 20 years before I started my YouTube channel. So you would think I would know how to apply any type of foundation, but this type is definitely new for me. Okay, I think I am finally seeing what others have seen. This is really, really nice. Okay, am I gonna start kicking myself for not trying this again sooner? I might. I'm trying to remember what content creator showed me how to do it this way. I think it might have been Rose from Rose and Ben. I always want to give credit to people who inspire me or help me. All right, we've got one side done. I actually don't mind that it's a little yellow. I feel like it's giving some nice warmth to my face. And something I often do that if you're new, you would not know, I self-tan quite a bit, especially in the summertime. So I think that with a light self-tan, this will actually be the perfect shade for me. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. It remains to be seen, will this hold up on my oily, mature skin. And I live in Las Vegas. I do have some errands to run today. It's going to be, I think they said 111 and kind of humid because this is our monsoon season. So really the only time it gets humid here is during the summer in monsoon season. Usually our humidity is like at 3%. What I'm going to do now is take you into another room, grab my iPhone and capture some footage in natural light. I never use any filters on any of my YouTube videos. Then I'll come back here and show you some footage of my complete makeup look. And then I will try to do some check-ins on my iPhone. And then at the end of the day, I'll come back here and give you my final thoughts. So here's what it looks like right now. No concealer under my eyes, under studio lights. Now here's what it looks like in natural light using an iPhone. Obviously this was filmed before I completed my makeup and made my neck and chest even to my face. And as you can see, I was able to make that happen by applying a little bit of body makeup with a brush and then setting it with the L'Oreal 3-second setting spray. I'm telling you, this stuff makes everything transfer proof. I did not apply it to my face though, because I wanted to see how it holds up without any type of setting spray. As far as the primer versus no primer sides go, I honestly don't see any difference, and I kind of thought I would, because this primer, typically with other foundations I've used, makes my face look more matte, which honestly kind of makes me question my initial thoughts on this. I just don't really see any difference at the moment. There could be a difference later on in the day. It is currently 9:32 a.m. I will try to come back here around 8:30 p.m. I'm usually in bed by 9:30. So that's why I'm going to make that last check-in 8:30. Okay, we're about 4.5 hours in to the wear test. Let's not pay any attention to my hair. It's very humid here today. My hair is just not used to humidity anymore. And my new air conditioner works so well that I'm actually cold. My regular viewers know all about the air conditioning situation from a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, I think now you can definitely tell the primer side, the side that has the oil sucker primer on it, is performing much better than this side. This is very, very shiny. This has a little bit of shine, but not nearly as much. I looked in another mirror in another part of my room. I couldn't film this there because it's too dark, but it was very, very clear that the oil sucker primer works really well. So if I'm going to wear this foundation again, which I'm pretty sure I will because I do really, really like it, I am going to have to put an oil controlling primer like this one underneath. But overall, I think it looks really good still, 4.5 hours in. Okay, it is now 7:30 p.m. It is currently storming outside. I'm hearing a lot of thunder rumblings out there. The main reason why I have not waited until 8:30 like I said I would to film this last check-in is because the eyeshadow palette I put on my eyes today, it was a new one that I got sent in a PR package, has been bothering my eyes all day long. They don't look super irritated, but they feel just heavy, and I don't know, I think my skin is becoming more and more sensitive as I get older, especially my eyes. So I need to wash this makeup off. I need to just take it all off. But what I decided to do is that I'm going to not make this my final thoughts and my outro. I'm going to film something else tomorrow to give you my complete, all of my thoughts on this foundation, who I think it would be best for. Overall, I really do like it. And I'll, again, explain that tomorrow in tomorrow's footage. But I wanted to show you what it looks like right now. I'm extremely shiny. I have not powdered at all today. The One Size primer, again, I'm not sure if you can tell right here, but in other mirrors I've looked in, I can definitely tell that the One Size has saved this foundation on my oily skin. So the good news is, aside from the shine, it hasn't disappeared. It separated a little bit around my nose, but that's kind of normal for a non-matte foundation. And keep in mind, I didn't use any sort of setting spray, so I'm not mad about this. Yeah, I think I'll save all my other thoughts for tomorrow's footage. So that's all for now. Okay, let me get right into it with the pros and the cons. Starting with the cons. Con number one, it may be difficult to find your perfect shade. On Yes Style, you can order samples On Amazon, you can order minis. So if you're uncertain, that might be one of the ways to go when trying to find your shade initially. The next con is that I do feel there is a learning curve to this foundation. As you heard in the video, the first time I tried this foundation, it did not go well because I used way too much. You also have to work in small sections, which means that you can't just throw this foundation on. As with most products though, the more often you apply that product, the better you will get at applying it and perhaps the faster it will go. And the final con is if you do have combination to oily or very oily skin like I do, an oil controlling primer underneath this is a must. As I alluded to during the check-ins, I did notice a big difference. Maybe not so much in the iPhone footage, but in natural lighting and all of the other mirrors in my home that I looked in, I could definitely tell that the side with the One Size Oil Sucker Primer looked a lot less shiny. I wasn't completely matte, but then again, this is not a matte foundation. I have heard that there is a matte version. However, the shade selection online isn't as expanded yet as it is in this one. It looks like that one comes in a black compact and has a semi-matte finish. So please let me know in the comments if you think I should order this and do another wear test. Now let's talk about the pros. The pros are the foundation does give you flawless looking skin. And if you have combination to dry skin, I do believe that that flawlessness will last all day long. As with most foundations, if you have extremely dry skin, your skin prep is going to be extremely important, as is exfoliating your skin regularly, especially since cushion foundations, in my experience, have more of a tendency to cling to dead skin cells, dry patches, much more so than, say, a liquid foundation. Another pro, if you have really fair skin, you are definitely going to be able to find your shade in this foundation. Now, unfortunately, I can't say for certain if you have very, very dark skin that you will be able to find your perfect shade. Currently, from what I see on Amazon, there are 34 shades available. So as I was saying earlier, perhaps ordering one of the smaller sizes or the sample packs would be the best way to find out. The bottom line for me here is, even with those few cons that I mentioned, I do believe that this is one of the best foundations I have tried in a really, really long time. I do love that flawless look. Even if I have to use a primer underneath, even if I have to use setting spray, I don't mind. If the foundation looks good, looks natural, doesn't feel heavy, it's getting a double thumbs up from me. Yes, I know I am one of the last people to review this foundation. Even so, I do hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will consider doing so. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me over on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. My username is the same on every platform. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.